Hello friends, having a crippling gambling addiction but have no money to spend here, bringing you another starrail video. In this video, we are going to discuss about the 5 most common myth or misconception about Qingque. I didn't make this video alone. I asked over 100 Qingque mains about these questions, even though only 10 of them actually answered. And thanks to them, I'm able to summarize what you guys don't understand about Qingque. First, let's talk a little about her as a overall unit. Qingque is a much more versatile unit than she is given credit for. Blast attacks, or 3 AoE, are always better when killing enemies, due to how you can still do a good damage to the main target while also killing the adds. Although, keep in mind that her E4 won't activate if her main target dies. Her ult is also full AoE, which is really nice in a lot of scenarios. And by being an ult, it is a very on-demand damage source that can be very helpful. You can choose how to build her in a couple different ways, such as hyper carry or break effect. The way you play her will drastically change how many skill points she may use, so she can fit in more teams than you might expect. Seele only does really well in single target or against a bunch of weak enemies, and falls off if she can't activate resurgence. Now, let's address some common complaints about Qingque. Firstly, she consumes too much skill points. While a bad turn is noticeable, it is quite rare for it to happen. The average skill points you will find yourself using is 2. Depending on what you are fighting, you can change what you plan to do by ulting early to get full hand. So while she can consume up to 5 skill points, you can see your hand when you start your turn and decide how much you want to spend yourself. You don't have to always go all in. Next, that she has too much RNG. Qingque is a RNG character, yes, but one with ways of mitigating it. How much risk you put in is your choice, like saving your ult for a turn when you have less SP, or just ulting early to give yourself a chance to regenerate and rebuff. Now, she is only good at Eidolons 4. While her E4 is absolutely a very impactful Eidolon, it's not what makes her good. It makes her RD good kit better. It increases her damage, which is RD good, to be better. You will find a well-built Qingque, like myself, simply kill stuff before her E4 can even proc. Lastly, that she is only worth using with the Before Dawn Lycoon. Before Dawn is the best erudition Lycoon, absolutely, but Qingque can make use of other Lycoons such as Breakfast for free-to-play or the Battle Pass Lycoon. If you have the Battle Pass one, it is her second best option, due to her large energy cost. While Before Dawn makes her better, she is in no way useless without it. Now, let's see what Qingque mains thinks about her.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is one a representation of a Qingque main. All I have to say is, I can't take it anymore. I'm sick of Qingque. I try to play Jing 1, my Qingque deals more damage. I try to play Yan Qing, my Qingque deals more damage. I try to play Seele, my Qingque deals more damage. I want to play Forgotten Hall, the best thing has Qingque. I want to play Brona, Pella, they both want Qingque. She grabs me by the throat. I gamble for her. I praise for her. I give her breakfast. She isn't satisfied. I got peaceful day. I just don't need more damage percent, she tells me. Give me more damage. She grabs Brona and forces her to throw herself off enemies. You just need to gamble more. I can deal more damage with Before Dawn. I can pull for Before Dawn. I don't have enough strategies. She grabs my credit card. It declines. Yes, this is the end. She grabs her tiles. She says, sore loser. There is no hint of sadness in your eyes. Nothing but poor. Qingque versus Imbibe the member of Charles Showdown. What a cruel world.
Some think she is a skill point waster because of the RNG, but the odds of getting the correct pieces are actually higher than not getting them. And her massive damage percent buff makes so that she wants to use as many skill points as possible, so getting lucky of getting enhanced basic with low rolls or no rolls at all is actually unlucky. Every turn, ideally, You want to aim to spend at least 3 skill points so you can get the most out of her kit. Qingque isn't entirely luck dependent when playing her. She can always fall back on her ult when unlucky or when spending more SP isn't necessary. Her SP consumption when E6 is actually on par with or even less than Daniel if you play her right. First of all, you can run Qingque with her to keep her ult up. Secondly, you should only use at most 4 skills in one turn because that caps out her damage self buffs. At that point, if you still don't have a full hand, just unleash her ultimate if you have it, or a basic attack if you don't. It will still do a decent amount of damage because of the damage buffs, and E4 is likely to be triggered. Her E6 recovers 1 skill point per enhanced basic attack, so her effective skill points consumption is max 3 per turn. This actually in practice ends up being less consumption than Daniel, and her team building strategy ends up being the same. Super fast support that are skill point positive. It is actually a bit trickier than Daniel, as Qingque doesn't actually want people to be too much faster than her. Otherwise, her enhanced basic attack will proc before she can even start gambling, which will be a massive DPS loss. So, is she good without Eidolons? Well, Daniel or Seele mains like to claim that she isn't usable at all at E0, but that just isn't true. She just gains a lot from Eidolons, just like Asta. She is perfectly viable at E0. E1 is a good Eidolon for some specific turn 1 setups. So it has good value, but can be a little situational. Overall, I value it pretty highly. E2 is quite forgettable. Not much else to say about it. E3 is largely irrelevant. E4 is the main damage increase, despite it only having a chance to activate. It's definitely one of our best Eidolons. E5 is very undervalued. E6 makes her more reliable, because you want to always be using her enhanced basic attack. So for Eidolon's priority, I'd probably go, or the Qingque mains would probably say E4, E6, E5, and then E1. E4, well, it's a theoretical 25% damage increase over E3. In practice, it is much more impactful. If you always proc it, you'd be doing double your damage. Although, that's not going to happen every time. You will notice it when you do. It will increase her damage massively. Even at E0, or maybe E2, she is stronger than most erudition characters when played right. She is heavily dependent on her traces, so it is not that apparent when not invested. Once you max her out, however, you will see her true potential, and it is absolutely worth it. A lot of people like to say, she is SS tier if you get lucky, and D tier if you get unlucky. I don't think there's actually that much of a gap between the two. And I also think that tier list is actually a circle, not just a line. So, if D tier is the lowest and SS tier is the highest, above that SS tier is the D tier, and below that D tier is the SS tier. Having said that though, who cares about tier list anyway? Tier list is highly subjective. So, the next time you watch see an analysis, if someone said she is not good, or someone said she is a must pull even for a 4 staff, at the end of the day, this is just a game, and you can just use whoever you like. I know some people ask, oh, is this character meta? Or is X character very good? If you want to pull for that character, just pull it. It's like flipping a coin, but you already hope which side you want. Alright folks, I think that's it for this video. If you have any tips or trick about Qingque, please comment down below, and I will pin it if it's actually useful. And I will be making a 2 hours, 3 hours in-depth Qingque guide. Maybe it will be finished in 3 months, because there might be a, Quantum Harmony 5-star character. I don't know, I don't watch leaks. Yeah, I think that's it. Go, please collab with me.